Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast, a deep dive into all things Disney Vacation Club. We share tips, tricks, and insider info, helping you make the most of your membership. Join us for the latest news, reviews, and interviews with DVC experts and enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned DVC member or considering your first contract, this podcast is for you. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Hurley and Gary Arruda.
Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. This is episode 51, recorded in the DeFont Recording Studios in Sarasota, Florida, and Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm your host, Mike in Florida, joined by my cousin and co-host Gary up in Rhode Island. Good evening, Gary.
Hi, Mike. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Back in Rhode Island.
Yeah, we haven't recorded in a while. I'm not really sure what to do, what buttons to hit. It's been a hot minute, as they say. Parts in the Northwest, it's been a hot minute.
Is that what they say?
I don't know.
I'm not up with the hip lingo like you, Pards.
Yeah, you know, hip. It never leaves you, Pards.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a lazy weekend, just kind of getting back into the swing of things.
You going through your depression now?
No, because it's still summer. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I was always miserable after my Disney trip.
Were you?
Yeah.
It's not too bad. I got a few weeks until I have to book my next one, though. My 11-month mark.
Oh. Is July your time? Is that your time?
We're thinking of going maybe a week earlier next year. Like end of June, the last week of June.
Risque over here, huh? How's the points?
Same.
Is it
the points start? It's like June 15th through August 31st are the points.
Okay.
The same chart, so we'll see. My daughters want to go on either on Stitch Day.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a national holiday. When did that?
So in the movie Lilo and Stitch, he's an alien, the little blue guy that eats the page all the time.
He pisses me off.
You don't like him.
Well, someone ate the page. It happens all the time.
It does. So Stitch is an experiment by this alien guy, and he's experiment number 626. So on June 26th, they have Stitch Day because it's 626. And that's what he is. And so, like, on the 26th this year, they had a bunch of they had a Stitch dance party in Tomorrowland with all like rare characters from the movie came out. You love the dance parties, Parts.
I can tolerate them. I'll do them if they're at my hotel or if I'm at Moonlight Magic.
At a party. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, so that's it. So we're thinking of going a little earlier. We'll see. They also want to stay at Bay Lake Tower, Parts.
What is your situation? How does your bank account look right now?
It's looking like I'm going to be borrowing for a couple of years to get straight here.
Because do you have anything left right now?
I might need another contract.
That's the one. Yes.
Well, my use year
is December.
Yeah, my use year So that'll be my 2025 use year. When that starts, I'm already in the hole. So I'm at like 183. Out of 260. So I already borrowed whatever X amount of points. Yeah. So I'm down quite a bit. So I'm going to have to borrow from the next use year until I can get another contract on board, Parts. I keep looking. Nothing really tasty has come up yet.
No, I know. I'm the same way. I look multiple times a day. Have you talked about needing an increase in your credit limit with the CPA, or has that come up at all?
Not yet.
No,
not yet.
It sounds like you do. You need a credit increase.
I think another 100 would be really nice.
You come talk to Banker Mike. He pushes these things through. But not a problem. I just signed. It's all good.
Another 100 points at Saratoga. Perfect.
You think so? You're the one. I keep saying 500.
I don't need to diversify.
And I'm going to be good. And you don't even think 500's enough for you.
No, but I can't broach the subject by saying we need another 260 right now.
But can you
I have to go in
continuously go?
increments.
Can you go 100, 160? Which one's easier? Is ripping off the Band-Aid the solution, or
I think I think you go in intervals of 100, then maybe you find like a really tempting 75. You throw that one in there once in a while till it really gets to where you want to be. I don't know. There's a lot of thinking to do about this.
because my concern is, well, we could always go back down to studios, and you cannot have that conversation, can you?
I don't think that's going to happen after this trip, which we're going to get into.
We are going to get into. Before we get
Because-
into it, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was going to say, because the amenities that come with leaving the studios behind are so nice. You get so spoiled by it that you can't really look back. It's very hard to look back, parts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have to talk you into it.
No, we had a.
You're going
it
into
wasn't-
one bedrooms for no reason.
There's plenty of reason for two people to go into one bedroom. Shame on
Of
you.
course, sir.
You telling me when the kids are off and on their own that you're going to start going back to studios?
That's a good point. Probably not.
Yeah. I brought up the fact, I don't know if you read on in any of the groups on Facebook, the DVC groups, but we had our first resale contract at the cabins, and it was gone.
I saw that.
It was gone.
Didn't
And
last
I
long,
meant-
did it?
I brought that up, and Susie said I would be totally fine with buying a resale contract there. I said, okay, we'll get that on its sticky note, and I'll put it at the bottom of my computer right here. And as soon as one of those Junes open up,
What did it go for? Did you even see the
I think it was
listing?
like one.
I saw the post.
130. Yeah,
That's
it was
not
just,
bad because it's got a lot of years on it.
it's just a bit over what Riviera goes for right now, but it was in the low ones.
Now you have to buy that in the hopes that Lakeshore is lumped into there, right?
Which it's going to happen because they
has
have
to be, right?
They have to. They want to lower those annual dues. They want to completely subsidize those annual dues with a big high rise with small annual
Right.
dues. And you're not gonna buy there. I mean, if you're buying at the tower, you're gonna want to be able to use. I mean, you will with the direct
Cabins.
contract, but you want to be able to use the cabins and vice versa. I mean,
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't know. I gotta think. I gotta think long and hard about the next move. Because I can't justify direct, but I kind of want Lakeshore, even though I don't know anything about it.
oh, you're dirty because I mean that's not gonna come resale for years.
Right.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to be running any good deals. You get your blue card. You're finally like with me and Cabot status.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to piggyback back on us to go into all these clubs.
Yeah. It's so much more money.
It
If I
is.
can
It really
nab
is.
some Saratogas for like 90
know.
a point. It's crazy
know.
to spend 250 a point. or
Like I
whatever it
said,
ends up being.
if they had a deal, which I don't know because they're selling so well. Like when I bought my Grand Floridian, I got a hell of a deal. But I mean, that thing is now selling for like 260 something.
It's crazy. That's a lot. Anyway, what are we talking about today, Pards? What's on the agenda?
We're gonna do a trip review.
Oh, okay.
But we're gonna
like
talk. We left all the other stuff to our
Our sister
other podcast, our sister podcast, the WDW Beyond the Gates podcast, which is out and available, where Gary talks about all the things that he did on his trip,
Yes.
leaving out food and shelter.
Well, not all food. We'll talk
Right.
some. Oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. So our trip, we were. This is going to be at least a 2-part series here. I would
We always
imagine.
say it's going to be a 2-part, and we end up pushing this thing into September. But
Which is fine.
as you were, Pards, as you were.
So we did 8 nights in a 2-bedroom Kidani Village, dedicated 2-bedroom, not a lock-off. There were 8 of us, 4 adults, 4 children. What do you want to know? You want to just know about the room first?
Yeah,
or
talk to me
my
about
first
the room.
impression? Okay. So we got there early from the airport. Got all our stuff put away with Bell Services, of course.
And what
Got
time
picked
did
up
you
by
get
the
there?
car service. 9 to about 10 o'clock.
Okay, so I assume that you were on the ground at around 8 change?
Oh no, that's about 8:50 or so. The plane landed. By the time we got our bags, stopped at Publix, and got dropped off, it was close to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So we get into the lobby. I already did online check-in, but I went and talked to the front desk, and they
Did you
said
have
they
any
don't have any.
special requests?
No special requests. Well, that's not true. I didn't make any at the time, but I did do a special request through member services about a week before, asking for a higher floor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want like the first level, especially because we have a standard view, or whatever, the resort view is what they're calling it now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
So if you're on the second level, you're basically at ground level at Kidani. Because the first time we stayed there, we were on the second floor, and it was terrible. Like, you're right at the ground level, the parking lot, cars are driving by. It's not very nice. So I wanted higher up.
So what'd you just use the chat feature with member
Exactly.
services?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I
And they
just
say,
asked for it.
although I can't guarantee it, I'll put this request in.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I feel like that's an easier one to accommodate, higher floor. Like,
Yes.
you want something higher. Our room ended up not being ready for quite a little while. I don't remember what time. It was before 4 o'clock, I know that. But we ended up going to the water parks on our check-in day before the room was ready. So we had to uncheck our luggage, grab all our bathing suits out, change in the bathroom at the hotel, and then do the multiple bus transfer over to Blizzard Beach, which is a miserable experience. But just the bus transfer part, not the Blizzard Beach. That was nice. We'll talk about that on WDW Beyond the Gates. The room, once we knew the room was ready, we ended up heading back from Blizzard Beach. You guys were leaving to have dinner anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so we ended up heading back. I don't remember what time it was, but I know the room. I got the room number text. I want to say like maybe 3 o'clock. So not like crazy early, but before check-in time. Let me see if I can
Go back to your old texts.
find the text here. Yeah. July 1st at 2:33, our room was ready. 2:33 p.m. And then our club level room, which we'll talk about in another episode, was 3:06 p.m. It was ready. So both before 4 o'clock.
Yep.
So 2:30, got the text that the room was ready. We're at the water park. So we ended up making our way back and headed up to the room. Got in there. First thing I did was call Bell Services, have them send the luggage up. Because that takes a little while. Not like hours, but 20 minutes maybe. Usually half hour.
Yeah, especially a big resort like that.
Yeah. So it took a little time for it to come up, which is expected. But they had some of the groceries and everything with it. So we really had nothing. We couldn't even change out of our bathing suits or anything, which I was fine with. But checked in, and we're checking out the room. 2-bedroom. First time staying in a 2-bedroom. And it was great. I loved it. We were on the 4th floor, right near the elevator. The Rafiki elevator. How familiar are you with Kidani? Not that familiar, right?
Not that, no.
So, you know where the lobby is?
Yep.
So the Rafiki elevator is the one that you take to get to the pool. So it was actually perfect. It's like about 20 rooms down from the main elevator, and then right near the ice machine, and then the elevator down to the pool, which was great because we were going to use the pool quite a bit. So we were very close to the pool. You could see the pool from our room. That was the view we had. So being on the 4th floor, obviously you could see the parking lot if you look down, but if you look straight out, you could just see the pool area for Kidani. And one wall was empty because it was next to the elevator, so we didn't even have a neighbor on one side, which was great. And
That
I
is-
didn't hear
You
I
didn't
didn't
have
hear
any
anybody
elevator
anyway.
noise?
No, didn't hear anything. The thing I loved about the room, probably the biggest first impression, outside of obviously the size, was the master bedroom and bathroom. The bathroom there is really nice. It's got a full jacuzzi tub. It has a glass walled-in shower, all tiled with the theming, Lion King theming and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Big double vanity, and then the separate toilet in the separate room, the water closet for the toilet,
Yep.
and then a big closet in the bathroom as well. Ton of space in that bathroom. Very nice. And then the bedroom itself was big, king bed, had a desk with a chair, another chair near the bed, plenty of drawers unpacked. You know, you're there for 8 nights. You're gonna unpack your suitcase. You're not gonna live out
We
of the
we
suitcase.
unpack on overnights parts.
No, that's good. If
You
it's
want to
like,
live in it, you know?
that's true. If it's 1 or 2 nights, I don't always unpack, but for 8 nights, definitely I want to unpack. I didn't want to have to look at my suitcase, so I put that in the closet after I unpacked it. And then headed to the kitchen. Obviously, having the full kitchen and the laundry is fantastic. I'll tell you what, we used the laundry probably between both families probably 7 or 8 times over the
Did
course
you
of
really?
7 or 8 days. Yeah. Well, it made packing easier because I knew I didn't have to bring a million things with me for 8 nights.
Now,
I could-
did you have to ask for more detergent, or was it stocked enough for the 8 nights?
So there were 2 things of detergent, and it says each bottle does 2 loads. But I brought laundry detergent from home. I brought like the pods.
And you're gonna leave that in your storage locker,
I
right?
did. I left the extra ones in my owner's locker, so I'll have some for next time. Because that detergent isn't great. It's like the natural one, so it doesn't give it that like fresh
Yeah,
laundry
sure.
smell.
Yep.
But it was fine. It did the trick. But for bathing suits and stuff like that, instead of hanging your wet bathing suits everywhere in the bathroom, you just throw them right in the washing machine and then just run the load real quick.
Yep.
You know, everyone's bathing suits in there, throw them in the dryer, good for the next day. The pull-out bed definitely leaves something to be desired. But I will say the couch, when it's in the couch form, it's way more comfortable than the Murphy bed couches, in my opinion.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you.
Like the couch at Kidani in the main living room was great. But as for a bed, Georgina slept on it. She thought it was fine. She didn't complain, but I laid down on it once. The mattress is like as thin as the bottom of your shoe.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's lousy. And then Georgina Jr. slept in the Joe Regano Memorial pull-out chair.
Oh, she slept in a chair, huh?
Yeah, because it pulls out into a bed.
Was she
she liked
drinking? She
Rum
wasn't
and
drinking
Cokes?
rum and cokes until
No,
3
she
in the morning, no?
didn't have too many rum and cokes on this trip. No. She liked the chair though. They liked having their separate space, even though they could have easily shared the pull-out couch, but they liked having their own space.
Mm-hmm.
It's plenty big, the chair for an 8-year-old, of course.
Chair.
That seemed more comfortable than the couch. The mattress, at least, seemed thicker on.
Yeah,
that
look
thing.
comfortable in Old Key West, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I loved the balcony because it was all connected, 3 across. There
was
was
it?
an entrance. Yeah,
So what was it connect? Oh, because it was a dedicated. So all the bed. Gotcha.
So both bedrooms had an entrance, and the main room had an entrance, and it was all one long.
Yeah,
balcony,
that's a nice one.
which was really great. The second bedroom's nice. Had the 2 queens, huge closet, nice bathroom in there as well, with the tub. It wasn't a jetted tub, but a regular tub shower combo. They had a water closet as well, so the toilet was separate from the shower. Plenty of room, closet. Like I said, a big closet in there as well. It worked out really well for the 8 of us. I didn't feel like we were in each other's hair too much. The kids liked the dining table. I made breakfast a couple mornings, and I made dinner one night, and there was plenty of room as they kind of ate at that table. You could fit 4 people at the table there, and then the adults either sat at the breakfast bar on the counter, had like the stool tables there, or on the couch with the chair. So you can't fit 8 people at that table. It's for 4, but
Right.
to have the kids there and they're kind of keeping their mess away from everything else, and then the adults can do what they need to do. Having a full refrigerator, I love that. That's a game changer as well.
I agree.
Buying cases of water, cases of beer, saving a ton of money doing it that way. We did stop at Publix, did a quick stop. I didn't do a full shopping because I wanted to do an order, like a delivery of groceries. I'll get into that shortly. But we picked up a couple cases of water, the Gatorade powder, some like microwave popcorn, a couple little things like that on the way, case of beer, and then ended up doing a grocery delivery through Amazon. So I was looking at a bunch of different ones, and it seemed like the fees were high and they were charging a lot. And then I went and saw that Amazon does grocery deliveries to the hotels. So I put together an order in my Amazon app, and because I have Prime, it was like free delivery over $35 worth of groceries, which obviously you're going to get to $35, no problem. You could order beer through them. They had their they had their own brand of a lot of stuff. Like I bought Amazon bacon, like Amazon version of bacon.
Really?
And it was super cheap. It was good. Amazon milk.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, so they have a bunch of their own branded stuff, but you could search for everything. Like I got Doritos and stuff, Uncrustables for the kids to throw in the freezer. That was a big hit. I got like frozen chicken.
Tell me about the Uncrustables, because Alex Detweiler said he lives by them. Said it's the
They're-
greatest invention ever.
They're great. You throw them, keep them frozen. You pull one out, throw it in your backpack, and by the time the kid wants it, it's already thawed out, ready to go, and they just chomp away. We took a bunch down to the pool one of the days. We were hanging out. We ended up taking a shuttle over to the Jumbo House pool, and we hung out there. And I had a little cooler. I threw ice in the cooler, threw some beers, threw some waters, and threw a bunch of Uncrustables in there. A couple bags of chips we took with us, and we just kind of ate by the pool. We brought our own stuff with us. Everyone was happy. We had Uncrustables and some snacks and stuff like that. It worked out really well. And then so that was good. Those go right in the freezer. We did like frozen chicken nuggets for lunch one day because we were hanging out at the pool, and I left a little early, threw them in the oven. I did pasta with sausage one night. So I ordered all that stuff through Amazon, and they tell you where they are on the map, and then if you order alcohol, you have to meet them there.
Yes. Yep.
To show the ID. But if you're not ordering alcohol, Bell Services will take it. I think they charge you $6 to receive in the order and store it for you. So if you meet the driver down there, you could just grab like a cart and take it back to your room. But if Bell Services take it, I believe they charge you $6.
Okay.
To take it in, which is, I'd pay that in a heartbeat.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's
no problem.
Easy convenience fee. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they'll throw all this stuff in the refrigerator. So the other thing is they had a lot of like miscellaneous things on Amazon. I'm not trying to make this episode an ad for like the Amazon delivery thing, but it worked out really well. So Sarah forgot to pack a hairbrush. So I was able to find one and ordered that on Amazon. And it came with the groceries.
Okay. Nice.
That next day. And then we needed some batteries. You know those like fans that spray water at you that all the kids have?
Yeah.
So we brought those down, and one of them ran out of batteries, and we didn't bring batteries, so I ordered some AA to keep in my owner's locker. So I ordered like a pack of batteries, a few other things like that also came with the groceries. And then I ended up doing a second smaller order because we got low on beer. So I was like, well, I'll just order another case of beer from Amazon because it's only $21 for a 24 pack. And I ended up ordering a non-stick frying pan because the frying pans at Kidani were garbage.
Oh, were they bad?
Yeah, really bad. I hated it. I was miserable the first day. So I ordered a 10-inch non-stick frying pan for like $8, and it was great. I made omelets in it and pancakes in it and stuff like that. So that was a lifesaver as well. Yeah, so we cooked a bit in there. At least
that's
3 or 4 days of breakfast, one dinner, and a couple lunches. But what do you think that saves you? $500 for 8 people? At least
easily. Yo,
on
easy.
quick services? Yeah. And it was only like $160 between the 2 orders worth of stuff. And I got a bunch of fruit to snack on, like cherries and grapes and bananas that everyone grabbed as they were kind of just snacking throughout the day. So definitely going to do that in the future, especially with 1-bedrooms. And now that I have my owner's locker, I have my seasonings and my olive oil and things like that already in the locker, so I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. I just get the basics, you know. But very happy with the room. The location was great. For the resort view, it was fine. We didn't have any view of any animals. Sometimes you can luck out with a little bit of a savanna view. We didn't have that, but we didn't pay for that, so I wasn't expecting it. Everyone liked the room, though. It was good. It was relaxing, good gathering point. Ceiling fans, which are nice. I like that. My only complaint, I would say, is the kitchen doesn't have a lot of storage space. So I've seen some where there's a lot of room in the cabinets to like put all your stuff. This one I didn't have room to put like the chips or the snacks away. They were just out on the counter because there was nowhere to put them really.
Gotcha.
All the cabinets were taken up with the dishes and the plates and stuff. So there wasn't a ton of storage space in the kitchen. That's a small squabble. I'm just saying that's the only thing. And then the pan itself was terrible. But that's okay. I will say I bought the pasta and then I went and I was trying to find the strainer, you know, when you empty and they don't have that. So I had to call down to concierge and
Did they have a list? I know at Riviera they have a list of things that you can request. Did they have that at Animal Kingdom as well?
So I didn't notice it at Kidani, but when I checked in at Jumbo House, I did notice it in the room there when we weren't going to use it. But when I was coming back from one of the parks, I stopped at the front desk and I just asked, I said, is that available to be sent up? And he said, oh yeah, you can request it on the Hey Disney thing in the room. And I was like, oh, all right, I didn't realize that. I said, can I request it here? He said, oh, of course, we'll have it. What's the room number? We'll have it sent up. It came right up by the time we got up to the room. But he said, you know, for the future, you can do it on there. So then I was messing around with that, and I didn't see like that stuff on there. I saw like the towels and the coffee stuff on the Hey Disney, but I didn't notice any of like the cooking stuff because I know you can request a blender, things like that. But that's okay. But if you're gonna make pasta, make sure you request the colander, the strainer thing, because that's an important tool. I just bought a can, like a bottle, Classico. I always get Classico at home.
okay.
It's a good one. And I cooked the sausage, cut it up and cooked it. Had the sauce going, made the spaghetti. Everyone was happy. I bought some frozen garlic knots, threw those in the oven. A little garlic bread on the side. Worked out well. I like cooking at Disney. That's fun, especially the breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I'd make a pot of coffee the night before, and they have like a plastic pitcher, and I'd pour it in the pitcher and put it in the refrigerator, so I'd have my iced coffee in the morning. I went to the ice machine, which was right outside the door, filled up my mug with ice, and just poured the coffee right over, and I was good to go. So I was a happy person. I didn't have to worry about iced coffee every day. Because I know there's people, you're one of them, you always want your hot coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I'm a hot coffee guy.
Like, you'll drink an iced coffee on a hot day, right? In the afternoon, you don't mind it. But in the morning, you always want hot coffee.
Actually, I'm a tea guy. I've switched over a couple years ago. I will have like one coffee on during the Saturday men's game, but that's about it. But I'm not. Yeah.
But I love to have iced coffee every day, no matter how cold it is or how.
And you drink it black, right?
Yeah, I drink it black. So that makes it easy as well, because I don't have to worry about mixing in all the sugar, because if it's with iced coffee, sugar always settles. It doesn't mix in good.
Yeah, yeah.
So that worked out really well. I loved having the kitchen, loved having the laundry, loved having the privacy in the bedroom where you can close the door. The 3 bathrooms was
Yeah.
fantastic, especially with 8 people with showers and stuff. You can really divide and conquer that way. It was nice for my sister to have her own separate, even though it wasn't a lock off, it essentially was. There just wasn't a separate entrance for them.
Yeah, right, yeah, but, yeah, they have the privacy with the door.
They could close the door, which isn't even to the bedroom. That's like to their area. There's a door, and then the
Right.
bedroom has a separate door. So they kept both closed when they were sleeping, which was fine and good extra privacy for them. It is tougher because you got to wake up the girls when people want to start having breakfast if they're trying to sleep in the main room, and I'm
Mhm.
clanking pans around trying to make pancakes. And we want to sit down. We got to wake her up so we can make the couch a couch again. But
"You guys ready for breakfast?"
that's why we need a 2-bedroom.
5:40 in the morning.
But yeah, it worked out good. I really like the room. I know it's going under refurb, but that room has its charm. It definitely shows its age.
It really does, 'cause we were there a couple of years ago, and Kristen's sister was staying there
Oh, that's
with
right.
their
Yeah.
aunt, and it is dated. I mean, it looks like my parents' 1980s kitchen,
Yeah.
you know? And
Yeah.
that's a theming anyways. It's got the dark woods, but
Right.
I think when they refurbish it, they're gonna go a little more lighter,
Yeah.
contemporary, because it's definitely dated.
It needs to be lighter, but I hope they don't make it. I hope they keep the theming in that one.
Yeah, I
More
agree.
like it needs to be more like the contemporary, where they went heavier with the theming. Or Bay
Um,
Lake Tower, I mean, not
yeah, Baylor,
contemporary.
right. I know what you meant.
Um, because there's so much they could do with it to keep it, to refresh it and give it nice,
Mhm.
Disney touches without having to beat you over the head with it. And like you said, make it lighter. It'll look bigger if it's lighter too. If the walls are a lighter color, it's going to look a lot bigger. The furniture is very clunky, but I like how it has the carvings in it. I don't want to lose that charm to it, where that looks like it's authentically like carved stuff too.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go for
What
it.
did your sister think? Because she stays in values typically.
So she seemed to like it. I didn't really ask her, but I'll tell you what, her husband liked it a lot. Uncle Ed, he was a big fan.
Uncle Ed enjoyed it, huh?
Yeah, because he doesn't like go all day at the parks. And he said it's nice having a space to come back to and not just have to sit on a bed where you can hang out and crack a beer and watch TV or hang out on the balcony. I was like, that's exactly right.
Was he asking a lot of open-ended questions,
He
Pards?
asked a lot of good questions. We were talking quite a bit in the pool about DVC and what it entails and how it works and what's the advantage of owning at a particular resort and all that kind of stuff. So his exact quote was, I think if Catherine said she wanted it, I'd be on board with it. So that means he wants to do it, but he doesn't want to admit it because he's not the Disney guy.
Gotcha. And you said she's way too cheap.
Yeah, I don't think she cares that much about it. But I'll tell you, once you do it that way, you get so spoiled. Having the nicer pools and the nicer amenities in the resorts. Just the extra stuff going on. Just different places to like hang out. If you're at Pop Century, which I like Pop Century.
Yeah.
Like if you leave your room, where do you go?
You don't go. You go to the food court.
You go to the food court, which is a good food court. Their shop is fine, but there's nothing else. There's no like things in the lobby. It's just check-in.
Yes.
And again, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I like it. It has a good arcade. If you like the arcade, it's got a huge arcade there at Pop Century. But the only other thing to do is use the pool
Mm-hmm.
and do that. And that's fine too. Those pools are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. The quiet pools are good. The main pool's good there. But you don't have the hot tub, which certain people really enjoy that.
Huge.
You don't have, the different restaurants available
Huge.
there.
You don't have
You don't-
Victoria Falls Lounge.
Right.
Huge.
Yeah. And just the lobbies being just stuff going on. Community centers for the kids.
Yeah.
They like that. So there's a lot of benefits to it, obviously. We don't have to anyone listening to this pretty much knows the benefits of the DVC lifestyle. But I liked it. I mean, Kidani was great. It's one of my home resorts. I like it. I am excited to see the refurb. So the next time I stay there will be post refurb, and I'm going to be
What is
very
the
excited.
refurb?
It's coming up, starting in like September, I believe.
And is it a full?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is like a hard goods one, I believe, because they're going to be putting the Murphy beds in and all that stuff. So I'm sure they'll update all the appliances, things like that. It definitely shows its age, but nothing was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Everything seemed to work just fine.
It's a nice resort. It's a great resort.
It's really nice. And the staff there is fantastic. Both sides, Jumbo and Kidani, great staff. Very friendly, good with the kids. The cultural representatives are fantastic, doing all the activities and stuff. The pool, we love the pool at Kidani. We did do both pools. I think the Kidani pool is suited better for families. I like the Jumbo pool a little better just because it's bigger, more seats. And you don't like it though too much because of the way the seating is set up.
Yeah,
right?
I don't like the layout. Yeah.
Because sometimes you're outside, sometimes you're inside. I like the vibe at Jumbo a little better, but the pool bar is better at Kidani, has a better water slide at Kidani. It's just a little small, so it can feel crowded quick, the Kidani pool. Where the Jumbo pool being so big, you can find a lot of space. But I don't have any other things to add just on the quick room portion of it. Next week we could talk more about some of the amenities we did and some of the restaurants that we ate at Kidani, if you'd like.
And we also are going to have to do club level.
Yeah, that'll be a separate one as well. Yep, for our second stay. So we can kind of lump that in if you want next week.
All right, if we can fit it in.
Yeah, we'll see. Any other questions about the 2-bedroom or anything like that?
No, just where did they have it? Like a desk at the entryway to the second bedroom? Where did they fill the space with? Because I know in some of the dedicated 2 bedrooms, like where there would be a door coming off the lobby. How did they?
Oh, and that was like a closet kind of.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so that was there was a space. So they had a stroller. They ended up putting the stroller in their empty suitcases there, and then there was a closet with an ironing board.
Okay.
And that little entryway that would be the door is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Kind of to the hallway.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Just curious how they filled the space.
Yep.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah, I would. All right, I would definitely stay in a 2-bedroom there again. It was pleasant. So.
And what do you remember? What the points were per night? You stayed over a weekend, but what they were during the week?
Oh, jeez. It was I think it was 288 points or something like that.
Okay.
For the 7 nights. Oh, then I added a night, so I don't remember 288. Yeah, so about 40 on average.
That's nice for a 2-bedroom, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I could look it up. We can touch back on that next week.
Yeah. Okay.
Points ready.
All right, we'll do that.
All right, why don't you bring us home?
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at DVC Addicts. Email the show info@addictedtodvc.com. And join our Facebook group, DVC Addicts. For my cousin and co-host Gary in Rhode Island, I'm Mike in Florida. Thanks for listening. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you for listening to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. We want to hear from you. Email us at info@addictedtodvc.com and follow us on all socials at DVC Addicts. We appreciate you being a part of our DVC community, and we'll see you again on our next episode. Thanks again for listening, and welcome home.